Good evening. Welcome to Injustice Investigations. I am your host, Al Scott. As always, thank you all for tuning in to our live broadcast this evening. Tonight, before we get started, if I may, I want to open up tonight with a quote from a very, very good friend of mine, Robert R. Thomas Jr. He's from the Real News, Behind the News. He's been on the show several times. And I spoke with him earlier today. And if he gets an opportunity, he's going to join us via phone tonight. Robert has a quote, and it says, "Some Black people rather be entertained than informed." We'll say it again. Some Black people would rather be entertained than informed. And that is extremely fitting for our show this evening. Of course, we are talking about voter intimidation in the state of Florida. I know it's been a while since we've been here, and it feels good to be back. And to God be the glory for having us back on air tonight. Once we leave here tonight, we go over to our Facebook page at 7 p.m. and we continue our discussion over there. But before we get into tonight's topic, let me just bring something up. And it's something that's been bothering me for me. Not that I can do anything about it, but people greet you the way they see you. People greet you the way they see you. I said that because a few days ago, Cynthia and I was out shopping. In several of the stores we stopped in, one was Family Dollar. I won't tell you what about, but it's Family Dollar. And one was, I think, Dollar Mania. I won't tell you that address either. But here's what we found. We found women in the stores, employees working in the store, looking and smelling like last night's sex. I think you ought to have some respect for yourself before you come out to greet the public. I saw one girl. She had fuzzy slippers on, light skin, slim. Her eyes was bucked wide open. And it was almost as if the child never blinked her eye. She was messed up. She's on, it had to be pills. Marijuana don't do that. Have to be pills. And I'm just looking at her. Cynthia asked her a question and she's like, "Oh, over there." I have no idea what Cynthia is asking. None, not one idea. Family Dollar, they got their head wrapped, whatever they did, you call it, that y'all sleep in. This girl is literally in her pajamas. She comes from behind the counter with some red fuzzy slippers on herself, toes all out, in her pajamas. I also fought the stores because they need to pay more attention to what they're not paying any attention to. Whoever works in your store represents you. Whoever works in your stores represent you. I just think it's an outright shame and embarrassment for anyone, male, female, black, or white, to come out in their pajamas, period. Don't act like you hadn't seen. They're in Walmart, they're in Brookshaw's, Kroger's, Albertsons, they're everywhere in their night clothes. And they just throw the wrap on. And you want to come and you want, when I was at Dollar Tree, and I was coming on, a cashier that was there before I got there was going to be my closing cashier. Well, that didn't work out. I sent her home. Well, the other manager said, I can say, well, that's what they do on their shift. You're not going to come up here and work and you got your hair all wrapped up and you got slides on. No, you're going to go to the house and when you get it right, call me and we'll talk. People, again, people greet you the way they see you. If you want someone to respect you, you must realize this. Respect is never given. Respect is always earned. I don't care what job you on, but it is an embarrassment every time I go in one of these stores. And I mean, black and white, they're in there just like they're at home working. And a lot of them have some nasty attitudes, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I guess they don't really, I don't know where is it. Or if you say, well, where's such and such at? Over there, back over there. Well, you know, back over there's a lot of things back over there. We would never tell a customer back over there. If I can't take them and show them, we'll call for somebody, walk them and show them. If you're frustrated because you're not making enough or you don't like your job, well, then you can change jobs. But until then, you have to realize that if you're not a people person, that's not the job for you. It's not. You have an attitude with the customers when they come out. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Jane, come see what she wants. And it's sad. It's comical, but it's also extremely sad. Sad and embarrassing. One girl, she's got a wool cap on every day. A wool cap on. She got a mustache. She got a beard. It's sad. Perfectly sad. Perfectly sad. Okay, let's get into why we're really here tonight. You all have seen the video. I've seen it. The whole world's seen it. I titled tonight's show, Voter Intimidation in the State of Florida. And I myself believe that Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, should be terminated from his position and should be arrested for voter intimidation. I'm going to say it again. He should be terminated from his position and arrested for voter intimidation. We cannot be a public figure and bring to work our personal beliefs about other people, mainly people of color. If you're racist, then that's fine. But you don't bring that to the office of the governor or any political office for that matter. Any. You don't do that. This is something that he started on earlier in the year to lock up, hear me good, to lock up registered voters. Registered voters. In the United States, there are over 210 million registered voters. Republicans, about 38 million. Democrats, about 49 million. There's a big gap there. And in about 16 states, felons who lose their voting rights lose them only while they're incarcerated. 11 other states, felonies lose their right to vote indefinitely. So, here's what's going on in the state of Florida. Not to mention, Florida's governor might run in 2024. There's a problem with people of color voting. And the problem is this. For years, many of you sat on your butts. You didn't vote. You didn't move. You did nothing. But an idiot was allowed to hold the keys to the White House. And we know he did what? Something close to nothing. So people that had never voted was fed up. I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote. People that vote every now and then, I'm going to vote now. And y'all did, especially people of color. You got up. You didn't like what you saw for 4 years. You were angry. You was disgusted. You were livid. And you said, if my vote can make a difference, I'm going to go and vote. And what the American people did, they voted Donald Duck out of the White House. I dare him think that he has done anything to deserve 4 more years in the White House and make my life a living hell. The devil is a lie. You must come about the White House. We're done with you. We're done. Well, that irked a lot of people. Now, the video sent out just a few days ago. Several of those that were arrested because of Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, put together a special committee. And he called the name of that committee the Office of Election Crimes and Security. The organization was put together because of voter fraud all over the United States, everywhere, in every state. But Florida's governor said he was going to put a stop here in this state. And so we came up with the Office of Election Crimes and Security. If there's anybody, and there has been some some fraud. If anybody should be arrested for voter fraud, if anybody should be arrested for voter suppression, if anybody should be arrested for voter intimidation, it's Florida's governor himself. He is a low-down, racist, trifling, insignificant sucker that don't like people of color. Several of the people that were arrested had no idea that they had committed voter fraud. They had no idea why they were being arrested, and seemed to be unaware that they were being arrested of violating state law when they voted. You voted. You had the audacity to vote. You did it. Keep in mind, I can't vote unless you give me my voter's card. I can't make one up and go. When you give me that, that means that you have done all the necessary background checks and said, he can vote. I can't do that unless you give me that right. Now here's what happened. In the police video that was first reported by the Tampa Bay Times and was provided by the Tampa Police Department, it shows the arrest of 3 people, 3 other 20 people who allegedly broke the state election laws on felons' voting rights. Tony Pearson, 43. Brian Smith, 65. And Ramona Oliver, 55. Neither knew what they were being arrested for and was shocked. All are listed as residents, watch this, of Tampa, Florida. and were previously convicted of either murder or sex offense. They all also voted in 2020. That's what the problem came in at. When y'all got up off your butts and you voted. You came up out of your comfort zones and you voted. And when you came up out of your comfort zone and voted, the white man who had become so relaxed in his own comfort zone got angry, got frustrated. We must stop this. This is appalling. We cannot have this in the United States. We can't do it. They were livid. Negroes out there voting. So you start implementing new laws with existing laws that would catch a lot of voters by surprise. So the majority of those that are going to prison, nothing has changed, are black people, whether they're guilty or innocent. So you have to wonder, well, why was it necessary to even come up with a law and say, if you've been convicted of a felony, you cannot vote? That makes no earthly sense to me. It might make sense to somebody here tonight, but it don't make any sense to me. Or do it. Because there's a large number coming out. And most within that large number are going to be Democrats. Most of those that vote by mail, Democrats. So we're going to start picking up boxes to put your ballot in. If your city had 18 boxes out, next election, they may have 2. They're going to close the polls early. They're doing this, they're doing that. It is voter intimidation to get you to say, I'm not going to vote. It's too much of a hassle. I can't even get a drink of water if I'm standing in line for a long period of time. That's a crime to do that. In mid-August, DeSantis announced that his election police department had arrested 20 former convicts who had voted. They've done nothing wrong. They voted. They were given that right, so they voted. The governor said, Amendment 4, ballot measure that overwhelmingly passed in 2018 that restores voting rights to felons did not apply to them because of those felons who were convicted of murder or a sex offense. It didn't apply to them. But, okay, they said it didn't apply to them. Well, how in the hell would them know that? Because them don't get any documents that say if you have been arrested on a sex crime or killed somebody, you can't vote. Except you can't do it. There's nothing there. So what laws did they break? They broke one law. Florida's governor law. They broke his law because he didn't want them to vote. But this all came about when Donald Duck lost the election. And so, God forbid, Negroes get up and vote again and make another drastic change as they did in the last presidential election, and the state of Georgia turned blue twice. The brother that was arrested, he said, I've done nothing wrong. How can I get arrested for voting when you gave me my voting rights? I did nothing wrong. Now I'm exercising my right as a citizen to go out and vote. But you put together a foolish committee to go out and arrest people who have deliberately committed voter fraud. Even one of the cops that was doing the arrest told the brother, I think you got a case. He couldn't say too much But all he was saying is, I'm not in agreement with this, but he's here. I got to put these cuffs on you. When blacks were finally able to vote, Miss Hudson, good evening to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I salute to you. Love you big time. When we were given the right to vote, but keep in mind, before we was given that right, many had to go to jail. Many had to die. Many was burnt alive on a cross before we got the okay that we could vote. We could vote. Very, very exciting time. We finally can vote. Well, here's where I tag voter intimidation in to Florida's governor. When we were allowed the opportunity to vote, incidentally, this is not the white man's land. They think that, but this is not. We're on stolen land. This land belongs to the Indians. They were here first, not white folks. For those of you who thought Christopher Columbus really discovered America, let me just say this for the record: he cannot discover something that's already inhabited. He made a wrong turn. So I don't know why they got Christopher Columbus. Yes, I do, because this country was built on lies and deceit and murder. This is not the white man's land. He wants it to be that way, but that will not happen. Okay, anyway, when we finally got there to vote, watch this. When we finally got there to vote, boy, black girl, I don't even see that. I know you got your rights to vote, but up to me, niggas wouldn't vote. Sir, I just want to cast my vote and go. You don't rush me, boy. You don't rush me, black girl. Take what you think. Standing over there, cigar in the mouth. Tell you what you do. Go there. See that jar over there? Got all them jelly beans in it. Count the number of jelly beans in that jar, and if you are correct, I will let you vote. That's voter intimidation. This governor is doing the exact same thing, just in a different form. That's all. And he came back out and made a public statement and said that they deliberately committed fraud. He's a deliberately committed lie. So why did I quote my good friend Robert Thomas when he says some black people would rather be entertained than informed? Well, I did that because there's a lot of things that's happening right now that are against people of color. But too many of us are now focused on electronics, money, riches, fame. You're not paying attention to what they're doing. A proclamation has been issued to send them back past 400 years or make their life as miserable as we can. We share the bullcrap of the black girl on TikTok with the Coke bottle shape, almost buck naked. We share that like 37,000 times. We share that. Men and women. Lil Black got busted with 30 pounds of weed. We share that. We discuss that. And while we're adults with children minds, the white man is strategizing how to take us down. in a very methodical way, which simply means you won't know what's happening until it hits you. We must wake up. We have to wake up and look at what's going on and get away from the foolishness. The brother was let me get his name right. I don't want to give you the wrong name on the one that was released. It says, okay, here we go. As part of Governor Ron DeSantis' efforts to crack down on voter fraud, this brother had his charges dismissed on Friday. A Miami state judge threw out the case against Robert Lee Wood, ruling that the statewide prosecutor, who is overseeing all 20 cases, had no jurisdiction because the alleged crime did not occur in at least 2 judicial circuits. That decision would pave way for similar findings in some of all of the other cases. Though local prosecutors could still, if they desire, could still refile the charges and lock them up again. That has nothing to do with justice. If anybody committed a crime, it was Florida's governor himself. He may run for 2014, but either way, whether he do or not, he thinks like Trump. They're in the same organization. They're in the same club. They wear the same hats. White, sheets, white. But we don't ever see them. You ain't looking hard enough. They wear them every day. So the bottom line is that blacks made a major impact in the presidential election 2020. Y'all messed up the game. Y'all messed up the game. DeSantis, a Republican who is running for re-election as governor on November 8th and is widely thought to be weighing in a 2014 presidential campaign, caught the arrest in August for his new office of election crimes and security. He should be investigating them damn self. That's what he should be doing. The agency, which includes state law enforcement officers, was established amid a nationwide push. Watch me, a nationwide push by Republicans to tighten voter laws in the wake of former President Donald Duck's false claims that the 2020 election was stolen. You can't take what you didn't have. Nobody can steal nothing from you that you never had in the first place. Over 62 courts. Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. So all 62 lied and said there was no voter fraud in it. What? We have to wake up. Civil rights groups have said that the office could intimidate voters while undermining public faith in elections. Voter fraud in the United States is exceedingly rare. Studies have shown Florida 2002 election saw 11 million ballots cast. There is no statewide, a global voter fraud thing. Nothing. It's not. We've never had that. But isn't it funny? Now it's existing because we kick out this pink duck from the White House who shouldn't have been there in the first place. So you mean to tell me he was that damn good for 4 years that they was ready and did give him 4 more? He know he did. The January 6th committee, by the way, let me hold it down for y'all. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Y'all doing your thing. Y'all doing your thing. It's just a matter of time. Trump lost the election. But with Republican governors like this one, or what Greg Abbott in Texas, somebody should sit him in that chair and roll him out the damn governor's match. These are a bunch of closet racists. You can speak loud all day long. That don't mean you're right. You can implement a law just because it's legal don't make it right. You cannot come and change the rules in the middle of the game because your boy lost. And you know, when blacks vote, it makes a damn difference. And you don't like that. That last vote pulled the white man up out of his comfort zone and got him nervous. Got him nervous as a virgin on prom night. And he should be. The governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, if I had my way, you would be in a jail cell right now. You would be. It's amazing how boldly they come to the mic in front of the cameras and lie to the American people. Lie to the American people. Do you think the January 6th committee is spending big bucks for nothing? For nothing. They lying. It's a witch hunt. No, they're not lying. And no, it's not a witch hunt. And no, there were no ballots with Trump's name on it. I mean, with Trump's name on it, scratched out. They put ballot. Never happened. Trump said he saw the ballots because they was in a suitcase. The people said, we don't put ballots in suitcases. I don't know what he saw. He saw that. We got to get out of here. People must stay woke and see what's going on. You made a hell of an impact in that last election. And they know one thing, you can do it again. But you must stay focused. There comes a time when you have to put something to the side for a little while. You heard me say this before. I see families out in restaurants eating. Family time. It can't be family time. It should be family time. But it's not because everybody there is doing this. They're doing this. So that means that if I'm at the table and we're having dinner and I'm doing this here, I'm not part of the family. That's family time is family time. Sometimes you also have to back up on social media. We came out for a little over a month, I think. And I do it every year. So that it won't overtake your mind and you be so focused on Facebook. Facebook is like cigarettes. It's an addiction. Every time you post something, you have the ability to go all over the world with your posts. You have to wake up and see what's going on. Everything now, it's again against us from them. And when they said they want to make America great again, you and I know one thing. It's impossible to make America great again, because in order to make something great again, it had to at one time been what great. America has never been great. We're on stolen land. But I think I know what they're talking about when they said make America great again. They want it to be legal. They want these words to go together in a sentence. Legal lynchings. That's what they want. They want to see you back in the cotton field. You know, white brothers and stuff. That's what they want. That's what they mean by making America great. They want to get the nigger male slaves come out to cotton field after a long, hot day of picking cotton, and want James and Bubba to fight each other in front of the white man because that was their entertainment. Don't even look it up. They entertainment. Even if one got killed, that's okay. The white man would give them. Today, we got too many happy niggas that's making the white man give her all over. The United States is in a terrible place right now. It's a place to where democracy don't mean anything. They keep hollering about the Constitution. They don't stand by that. They take parts of it that sits well for them, but not the whole United States Constitution. We all we got. It's time to look at what's going on around us, so you won't be surprised when that day comes, because that day's coming. You know that's martial law, what in Russia. But we'll never see that in America. Okay, you're entitled to think what you want to think. Let nothing surprise you today. These people voted because they was given a voter's card. It didn't say anything about any stipulations. But now once you go in there and want to change the rules of the game, add this and take out this, it is your responsibility to notify the voter that some things have changed. So you cannot say it's voter fraud when there's nothing they signed that said they understood this. Because when they signed, this law wasn't even in effect. They're upset. They're upset. They know Trump didn't win. But they want him in office because Trump speaks the language of racist white America. It's as simple as that. Trump is dumb as a box of rocks. He didn't want to do briefings in the morning. If anybody needed to be briefed every morning in the White House, it had to be Donald Duck, because he was dumb as a box of rocks. I wish it was a law out that would make Republicans, groups, or anyone that's running for office stop saying that, yes, Trump won the election, because we know that's a lie. I wish they would be gagged, because you're still keeping the foolishness going. Trump knew day one he lost, but here's what he also knew. These people love me so. They're going to keep pumping money, keep pumping money. So I got to keep this same foolishness going. Every time he speaks somewhere now, they stole the election. If you're going to run for office, let's hear about issues dealing with this country, not this bullshit fraud thing. I'm so sick of hearing that record. Yeah, they stole this. No. You on the phone. You need 11,000 votes. You can find it, huh? Stay woke. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. Broadcast as always. I love you. We will see you all next Saturday, same time. I love you. Y'all have a good night. My voice is going in. I need a cough drop.